tutorial of the Evocator on Celestian Dracoline, and yeah, and in this fourth part I'm planning to finish the miniature. So as you can see, we have this very light green here. So if you want to know what we have done in the previous part, I have done the Dracoline between part 1 and 2, and then I have done the highlights on the armor, mainly on the green and on the purple, and as well all the shading and blocking all the colors in the part 3. So now we are going to do the final highlights and details, and I'm going to work now on doing this light green. This light green it's going to be highlighted in white. So what I wanted to do here is like a white that is shaded with green more than really a light green. Okay, and we are going to do this on all the different parts where we have this light green. So I will show you how I do the cape. Okay, and maybe the shoulder pad. Let's do the shoulder pad first. The shoulder pad are quite easy. The other one it's more or less the same, but has the complexity to having the symbol engraved. But what we do first is I apply, as you can see, a thin layer of white, and I'm not too concerned if it's a little bit transparent. Okay, white you want to apply it quite thin. It's very easy that you leave bright strokes on white. It's have a type of texture that if it is a little bit thick can be quite difficult to control. I'm going to do as well this rib, and now I'm going to wait that this dries, and I will do a second layer of white in the middle. Okay, so I'll leave it like that. Okay, and now I wait that this dries. While I'm waiting for this, what I will do is I will do here, for example, this piece of cloth, the cape. So I'm going to apply white as well. First, I do one of these folds that we have. Okay, and then I come with the green. Next to it, and you can see it's quite thin, everything. Now white. Something like that. And we wait that this dries before doing more layers. It's a matter of passion and building up the white over the green. Here that we have this part, I'm going to apply too much. It's too much watery, difficult to control sometimes. So let's remove the excess. It's too watery there. So I'm going to apply here this small fold, and I will do this part as well. Okay, let's do another fold. Let's do this one here. It's a little bit too dry now. Okay. Now I take the green. And I do it like that. Take a little bit of white over the top of this fold. I do this before doing details that are wrong. Okay, and now that this one is almost dry, we can do another layer. Yeah, but it's still a little bit too much fresh. It's too fresh, but it's not a problem. Okay, I will wait again. Some water, white, and let's do this one. Working with white, it can be quite challenging at the beginning. Okay. And it's a matter of being patient and not trying to rush. Yeah, I have this type of flask that is not helping me. Okay, yes, there I was too impatient, and now I just screw up, and there is a hair there. Okay, no. Let the wind dries. Okay, I'm going to apply very thin white here. Although this is in the recess, it's a very wide recess and it's looking up, so I want to apply here some white. And to check the shoulder pad is dry now, we can put some more white in the shoulder pad now. Okay, and this is what you want to do. You want to put this white doing a little bit of green around. Okay, back to the cape. We'll add more white to this fold. Okay, and we will let it fade out, going down. Okay, we're going to come here now. We'll mix a little bit of green with white. I will go next to this very bright white here. Okay, we are going to do this. I will do this half side of the cape, and you can imagine that the shoulder pad is, for me, it's good at this point. What I'm doing now is I'm just working now on, you can see now it starts having better look the cape. Okay. Okay, so and now we are going to do the rest of the cape in the same way. So this is how you do this whitish green or white with green shade. Okay, so I will do the rest of the cape and the other shoulder pad, and I'm back for the next step. So this is how the greenish white looks, or the whitish green, I have to say, white greenish looks like. And now we are going to highlight the gold. To highlight the gold, I will use now Auric Armor Gold. We shake it very well. Okay, with one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some highlight of some parts just to increase the contrast. I like Auric Armor Gold because it's quite transparent, so we'll give this highlighting but without bringing too much yellow on it. Okay, if you have some yellow still visible, it's okay, some warmer parts. I like that you have a combination of warmer parts with cold parts in this gold. Okay, and then on the spikes I try to go more to put a little bit more. Okay, so we are going to do this. I'm going to doing the stab because it's very visible here. Okay, I'm doing mainly the edge. Do all the edges. The only problem of working with this gold is that it tends to accumulate on the tip, so you need to wash quite often the brush to keep a nice tip, or you need really to thin it down, and then you need to do a couple of layers. Okay. Here what we want to give is to add more contrast to the gold and in a way clean up a little bit the green wash we have done. Just I like this look that is old gold, but I also want to have some brightness. Okay. Okay, for example, in the shoulder patch, we are going to do this, the edge. This will give a very nice bright finishing on the edge of the shoulder patch, and the gold will look very nice. If you like to leave the gold without too much glow, you can also skip this part, but I like to increase a little bit the glow on the gold, or the brightness I will say. Okay. You can see with the edges, we are going to do as well the edge here of the breastplate. And we are going to do the rivets. Okay, so we are going to keep doing the same on the rest of the armor, more of the same. For example, on these symbols that we have as well on these decorations, we are going to do as well the same. Some edge highlight, especially focusing on the top part. Okay, I want to add some to increase the brightness of the gold. Okay, there's one as well. You see some that are already there because there is too much when accumulated. I go and I filter this auric armor gold, so this will make it brighter. Now I'm doing the little bit of edge highlight. Okay, so I keep working on that and I'm back for the next step. Next step, I'm going to use Bahar of Blue for the parts where I want to have this, like the jars that we have there, or the flask. Okay, this type of things. Bottles, I don't know exactly what are these things. Magical reservoirs. We're going to put this there. And as well, I'm going to put it on the gem. Okay, the gemstone that we have here at the end of the staff. Okay, there, I will do the one at the front. We are going to do as well the bottle here. So I do that and then come back for the next step. While the blue is drying, I'm going to go back to the sword, and here I'm going to use Storm Silver. And you can see this part here is the blade of the sword so this is I will put this on. I will paint this as a steel. So I'm going to apply this there, and we leave the recess in the dark color. Okay, so we do it like that. Yeah, this goes at the back of the guy, so I wanted to paint it before attaching, because even if you want to play, this is something. These are the type of elements that you can leave unglued. Even if you want to play with the miniature, it's not necessary to have it before painting. And it helps because it's in the middle of everything at the back. It's on top of the cape, it's on top of the back of the armor, and it's much easier to do a nice paint job here. Here I will not go in more details. All the other parts are done as we will do the rest of the miniature. So now I will wait that this dries. And while this is drying, I can go back to the main miniature, right? So we can do, I will do the glowing on the eyes. So as well, because I want to do the highlights here on the gold as well. The highlights on the gold are done in the same way here. So for the glowing on the eyes, I'm going to use first white scar. We are going to put this into the eye socket. And be sure that you completely fill the eye with white. Okay, because normally the deepest part, you can see, tends to avoid the white. So be sure we don't have a black dot there. Okay, like that. It looks completely filled. And now I'm going to use Bahar Blue. Okay, and I'm going to go around. Like that. We do the nose. I'm going to do the other one. Okay. I said that this is more, a little more white inside. You don't want to have any dark shade inside of the glowing part. Okay, and now I'm going to use the contrast paint, a thematic blue. Be careful with all these contrast paints, they have the same problem as the, and I'm going to put very little. The problem is just to give a little bit of, this is too much. And I will put white again. We want the middle of the eye to look white. Okay, and to improve, to give a little bit of more magical touch, I'm going to apply Bahar Blue on this type of symbol that have in the forehead. Good. Good. And I'm going to put a little bit of now of this blue just around. Okay. I wait that this dries. So while this is drying, we are going to use, now that we have the ether blue open, and we are going to put this on the gems where we have put the Bahar Blue. We'll give a very interesting shading. We also do the breast gem. Okay, and the bottom. You will see that the bottom will give a very nice shading. Okay. And now we are going to wait that this dries to bring any further step. Okay. I will wait that this dries and I'm back. Okay, I have glued now the head so we can work on it. And what I'm going to do next, I'm going to apply Genestealer Purple on the crest of the helmet. Okay, I'm going to apply this there. I do all this helmet quest in purples, but recently I decided to change a little bit the technique so I can go faster. So I will apply this, Genestealer Purple, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, I wait while the purple is drying. I'm going to use Squack Brown to do highlight on the bells and other elements that we have with brown, the leathery elements that we have put on the miniature. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of edge highlight. Here, use a thinner brush. This way we have a different tonality between the bells on the rider and the bells on the steed. Okay, you see here what I'm doing. I will do as well this one here. This will create two functions to share a little bit of weathering of the in reality. Here on leather you can be a little bit more I would say more exaggerated, or you can have more bigger jump, because it will represent as well the weathering of the leather, right? Normally the leather by the friction will have some weathering, and it will translate into being lighter on the edges. Okay, so I will finalize this on the and what I'm going to do on the weapon is very carefully we are going to follow this. Okay. You can see here, if it's too stark at the beginning, we're going to do then another wash to make it more less stark, okay, and more softer, let's say. Okay, so I will do the same here, and I'm back for the next step. I have done all the, you can see here all the highlights. We are going to soften this, but now I'm going to go back to the crest. I'm going to do a dry brush just on the extreme, on this upper part of the crest, with the color lilac. Okay, so it's really a very light purple. The intention is to create first a small color gradient. You can do as well with blending if you wanted to it, but I will say this will be enough, because now after that we're going to apply a wash, and will help to have all the shading we need. I want the crest to be dark purple, so but I will achieve this by using the washes. Okay, so I'm just applying, and I think on camera it looks more bluish than in reality is. It's really a purple. If you know the color lilac, is a very pastel purple. Okay, I'm applying this there. And I'm going to insist a little bit more on this tail. Okay, this is good. And now I'm going to take Dracoline Violet, and we are going to apply a wash. So let me move this out. The Dracoline Violet I'm going to use. And almost finished this spot. We are going to apply the wash. So we have a nice looking crest. Really, this type of textures, dry brushing or I prefer washing, it works very well. You have a nice look, and if you apply with two really contrasting colors, you go light and then with a very dark one, you can achieve very interesting results very fast. Okay, you can see we have here. It's quite important you choose the right colors, and then you will go well. Okay, so we need to wait that this dries. So while this is drying, I'm going to work on the glass things we have done before. Remember was we applied before Baharo blue, and then we did a wash. I did 2 layers of the contrast ether blue. Now I'm going to go back to Baharo blue, okay, and I'm going to apply it on this point, okay, like that. Thin it down a little bit, it's probably better. Okay, my dog now wants to work. Okay. Okay, and as well I'm going to do, for example, the front, this type of gem that he has at the front. We're going to do something like that, and as well the other bottom. Okay, I do this type of very sharp edges it has. And now we are going to do the same on the top. Last but I will do one on top. I will do what I do on this ones is I will do like that, and then like that. I don't do the full one, I just do something like that. Okay, next step, I'm going to use white as well, but we are going to mix it with Bahar blue. So let me go back to this type of bottle. I take first white in it too. So we use white quite thin. And we do like that. That. Like that. Okay, and then I will do here a bright point. Okay, and starting from the bottom. And then from top to bottom. I will do this one here. I add right point there, and we just go very soft up. And here I do the same. Okay. Do it on the other side. Like that. Very well. Okay. Then, if it is needed, in some places we are going to apply some additional shade. So for that I can use Gilliman blue. Okay, I'm going to use Gilliman blue. You can use what I'm going to do with Gilliman blue. On this bottle I will not do anything, but on this bottle, on the deepest recesses, I will apply a little bit of Gilliman blue to make it look darker. And then on the gem, I will apply lemon blue on this section so I can have this darker. We'll do the same here. Okay, and do this section darker. And we do this section darker. Okay, and this will give just interesting look for all the glass parts. Next step, I'm going back to Agave Air Shade. As I said, on the stuff, I have the feeling the highlights were too sharp, too evident. When this happens, we go back to a wash. Agave Air Shade will do the work, and we're going to apply it over. This way we are trying to use, in that case, the wash like as almost like a glaze to reduce a little bit the brightness or the sharpness of the highlights. Good. I think this stage I'm going to start doing the symbol on the shoulder pad. So all my my stone casts have the same symbol on the shoulder pad. I put the double tail comet and I do it in black. Okay, so we are going to do the same here. I know that they should have a different symbol depending on the type of unit, but I decided at the beginning of when I was in the army, and I'm not changing now this criteria. Okay, first I do this ball, and then I will do the upper tail. I do something like that. Then I do the bottom tail. Okay. Now I make them thicker. The tail remain. This one was quite easy. This one I'm not that happy with the shape, so I make it thicker by outside. I round this thing. If you need to make symbol for your army and you want to make your own symbol, I suggest you go for something that is not very complicated. Because if you have to do this in a lot of meters, you can start getting mad at the end. Okay, now we'll change to thinner brush. I will use white to clean up a little bit. So what we're going to do, just trying to find the right texture for the white. You want to be not too thick, but not if it's here you need to be a little bit thicker than normal to be able to cover. Okay, here we have. I'm going to round a little bit the head. Okay, there you are. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to do the same highlights I did on the rest of the miniature on the head, because it's not done yet. And I will do these two crystals the same as I have done the other two. I will do this off camera because it's the repetition of what I have done here, so I will repeat it on these small gems there. And I will do the highlight on the helmet. And I will be back to show you how it looks like and the final step. I have done what I said, the highlights on the helmet. I have done the two gems there at the side. Now I was deciding to do a second wash of the Bachi Violet on the miniature, because I want to increase the contrast on the purple part. Okay. What I'm going to do, the case I will apply mainly at the base. Okay, I will reinforce the wash mainly on the base, at the base, sorry, the base of the crest. Okay, like that. We wait at this device and then we will check if we will need to do a second wash to uniform to make the border between where we're applying all the wash and not. Okay. So I will wait at this device, and while this is drying, we can start applying gloss varnish. And in that case, this is a part of my color scheme as well. I'm going to use the hard coat varnish when I manage to find it. Here it is. Okay, hard coat varnish. We're going to apply this where we have gems, bottles, and the mouth and the shoulder parts, because I do the white like if it's nacre white. So on the mouth I will apply it quite nicely. I will not be too scared if I apply a little bit too much, because I want to simulate the saliva of the Dracoline, so we expect that we have some saliva around that. Okay, I will not do slimy things with the Uhu glue. I will apply as well this gloss varnish in the eye. Okay. There. There. And you can even apply a little bit on the in the nostrils if you want. Something like that, just to add some sensation of humidity. So now I'm going to apply the same gloss varnish in these bottles. And on the shoulder parts, and I will do as well the gems. So I will do that. We'll apply the I will apply the gloss varnish in the other parts, and you can see now the wash is not that evident, and I will leave it as it is. Okay, I will not do more layers of wash there. I like to leave the base dark. You can see we go one by one. So I will apply it on the other ones, and I'm back. Apply the varnish, the gloss varnish in all the places where I want it. Okay, and I'm just missing to do the last thing, that is to finalize the sword. So this is going to go like the staff, so I will not spend more time here in the tutorial. But I just wanted to share that on the steel part, I will apply a little bit of Glyph Charger. Okay, Glyph Charger way to give a little bit of shading. Not too much, just a little bit. Do not leave it that flat. Okay, it will give a nice look. And now I will finalize the sword and glue it, and I'm back for the final picture. Here we have the finished work. Okay, so yeah, I only need to do the frame of the base, but you can see here the paint job. The purple looks much blue in the camera, I think. See the front view, the other side, everything painted, and I just glued the sword at the back. I have finalized what was missing, and yeah, and I really enjoyed painting this one. I hope you have enjoyed this journey together with me. Please give a like if that is the case, share if you think other people can get interested on painting Dracolines in this color scheme. And now I just need to finish the rest of the squad, that is almost done. And yeah, keep tuned if you want to see some pictures of the finished product. That's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.